Now, if you've seen a good Aussie film from the last 50 years, chances are you've seen some of our next guest's body of work without even realising it. Grant Page has made a living out of crashing cars, jumping off cliffs and setting himself on fire. In fact, in the Mad Max movie, he was the one who filled in for Mel Gibson.
Well, Grant is here to tell us what it's really like to live your life and survive as a real-life stuntman. He has survived. You've got this far. Good on you. Congratulations to start with. Tell us, how did you get into the stunt industry?
Well, it was funny. Originally, I was doing physical education and as a teacher of physics, which is the background of all stunt work. And then didn't want to be 65 years of age saying, all right, boys, over the hurdle. So I thought, OK, well, what else can I do? And I came up to Sydney and got involved in parachuting. The only way in those days, in the late 50s, you could learn was to join the army, join the commandos. So I joined the commandos, and I was there for about 2.5 years while we developed a system of getting down cliff faces under enemy fire in a hurry that became abseiling. And then Life magazine got onto that, and then a couple of American ads and little bits and pieces. And after about 6 months, I said, yeah, I must be a stuntman.
You kind of fell
So it just sort of fell around me, yeah.
OK, so 50 years on, when you look back, what are the stunts that you remember most? What are the special ones for you?
There's no problem with remembering that one. My book does talk about it quite a bit. I got involved in fighting a leopard in Africa. And unfortunately, I'd only been caught 7 months before. And everyone said, oh, the leopard's ready for a tryout. Nobody told the leopard.
They didn't give him the briefing.
Yeah. No, they didn't. He didn't have a good script.
So the rest of the crew ran.
Yeah.
When it went wild, except you and the
trainer.
Yeah.
And happily, they came back and shot the last half of it on a 500mm lens from the nearest hill.
Nice of them, just to record the moment, and then the leopard kind of gave up, didn't he? Have you ever hurt yourself in all the stunts you've done?
Look, my only broken bone in 50 years was riding a motorcycle out to Mad Max 1 to do a stunt on it. Bloody truck hit me on the way out. If I got to the stunt, it would have been safe.
On the way to work. Gee, that's a pretty good record, isn't it?
That's the risk that everyone runs. I mean, we live in such an overprotective society that people don't get over their fear of the unknown. And something like driving a car is such a known to them, they don't realise how damn dangerous it is. And if we're doing a car stunt on film, we'll carefully set it up, we'll check the cars, we'll check the drivers. You go out on the road, you can't do any of that. You're in front of a whole lot of other people. And that's where I say, so stuntmen are probably safer than, you know, they look at us as if we're running risk all the time. But because we're so trained up on so many different areas, we're really ready to handle the natural dangers of our society. Whereas in our society, the average person is steered away from them, and they remain as an unknown, therefore a major fear.
Do you get scared?
I get apprehensive, but there's two different kinds of fear. One is that closed off, lock up, let it happen. The other is the burst of adrenaline that makes you work better and makes you far more alert. And that is an appreciation of the danger, but also an awareness that you know how to handle it.
Something you can use, I suppose, during it.
I've put a lot of that kind of thing into the book, which I might add comes out today. And hopefully it's inspirational as well as being amusing and entertaining.
Just quickly, you know, Mel Gibson, the movie star, you filled in for him in Mad Max. You were the stuntman. He gets all the, you know, the glory. Do you ever feel that, you know, you sort of,
no,
your name's not up there in lights as much as him?
That's the way it should be. I mean, our whole job is to try and carry the character straight through for an audience, not for them to suddenly say, oh, wow, there's a stunt. Because the last thing we need is somebody coming out of a theatre saying, oh, what a great stunt, instead of, I hate the way the hero died. So really, it's our job is to remain anonymous. An actor's job is to be very public.
You guys are unbelievable. The stunts keep getting bigger and bigger all the time. I don't know how you do it. Great to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
nice
Thanks for coming in.
And your name's up in lights now.
And you can look,
Thanks.
you can read all about Grant Page's fearless and extraordinary stunt work in his book Man on Fire. It really is an inspirational story. And he was the stuntman on A Country Practice.
Yes.
Quite a few
With
years ago.
With some of our crew here.
And Mick works with him. There you go. Next hour, the call for primary school kids to do an hour of homework every day. Is it too much for them to handle?
Also coming up, the 4 secrets to healthier cooking with everyday food. Straight ahead though, news and weather right here on Sunrise.